Good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of Success at Any Age. And today we'll be talking to Nicole, another Australian Galaxy finalist. I'm just going to add her now. Hi everyone! Hi Vogue! Are you excited for the weekend? I will be leaving today to head down to Trowbridge.
Hello.
Hi Nicole!
Hi.
I would say good morning, but I feel like it is is it late for you if I remember? Or
No, this is
afternoon?
actually one of the most good time. Actually, it's only 6 p.m. right now.
Oh, perfect evening time.
Yes.
You're just ending your day and I'm just starting it.
Oh,
That
oh,
still
it's
blows
like
my
dinner
mind.
time. Still got heaps more to do.
Amazing. Well, how's your day been? And also, we're near the end of the week. Have you had a good week?
Yeah, it's been a really good week. Just been, doing all the stuff. Australia Galaxy Pageants is only like 2 weeks away, technically. So it's like final preparations are currently happening, and it's super exciting, but also super nerve-wracking.
Amazing. Well, that brings us probably into a lovely transition of what's your prep of Australian Galaxy been like? Obviously, with 2 weeks to go, is there much left to do?
There is still quite a fair bit. It is coming together nicely. I can say there's a lot of moments where I was a bit stressed out, but they are coming together and it is happening. And I'm also just letting it take it day by day, just because as much as like I want to have everything done now, it's impossible. So I just taking it day by day. My suitcase is still in my room, ready to start packing. I said that 2 weeks ago, and I literally only got the suitcase in yesterday.
I don't think I know many pageant girls who pack that far in advance. So you're doing absolutely fine. Usually I'm packing maybe a day before or
No,
sometimes on the morning of.
I
I'm
can't
like, have I
can't
forgot
forget
this?
anything this year because Mum will be mad. Every year I forget something, so she's like, "You better bring everything this year."
I guess it's probably a bit different for you as well because obviously you've got to fly
Mm.
to Sydney for the finals where
Yeah,
we're just driving like 4 hours away. So we're not too bad. We don't have to get a flight or
well,
anything.
I could drive, but it's like an 8-hour drive to get over
Oh,
to Sydney. So, and I love planes. I love like I get a little bit scared of the turbulence, but getting to an airport and seeing the planes and seeing like the international A380s and like Emirates, Qatar, I love that so much. I always fly out
that's the best
regardless, even if
part.
30
Like going through
minutes,
like
I will
duty
fly.
free, doing some bit of shopping, a bit of food. As soon as I'm on that plane though, I think I would rather be anywhere else.
I don't mind it. I try like main character moment, like, oh, it's gonna be like in the movies, and it never is.
No,
It never
never is it. I love that. Well, tell us about your pageant journey, how you ended up here with Australia Galaxy.
Yeah, so it started out back in mid 2021. I had just started my pageant journey. I did a glitz local pageant just to test the waters, and I had a coach from Canada, and she recommended the Galaxy system to me. And she's like, Nicole, I think you would really suit the system. And at the time, I was quite lost with life. I was like, I have no direction, no self purpose, and I was just like, I need new friends and new like goals to make. And essentially Australia Galaxy Pageants was like a pageant sent from the gods and was like, here, like, you're actually really going to enjoy this. And I didn't think I would get accepted in the first year because I wasn't very good. And my phone interview, I don't know how the director Shakai Smith noticed that like I had something special because I thought it was really bad. But she accepted me in, and ever since then I've met so many girls from around basically the galaxy
Yeah.
now. I've made friends from Australia, United Kingdom, America, everywhere, and I've essentially just become the best version of myself. I have more confidence. I know how to do an appearance properly now. The first year was I had like 2 appearances maybe that had been counted, and yeah, I feel much better about like my platform, and I'm more able to share it. Where when I first started, I was very much like, I raise autism awareness, woo, like it was very vague and there was nothing
Yeah.
special. Like I didn't even have clarity in mind. So that was a big red flag. It's like, Nicole, you should have done better.
We always say the first time, I always say like first pageant, if you're new to it and you don't have like a support system of it, it's usually a practice run. You get to feel the land, what it's like, what you need to
Yeah.
do, and then you usually come back that next year.
Yeah.
Because I did that with my
Yeah.
first pageant. I had no idea about pageants. It's just something that came up online. I didn't do any appearances. I didn't know about the charity side of things. I just brought some dresses and stood on stage. I have now
Yeah.
buried many of those photos because of how badly I looked. I didn't have flattering colours, like my evening didn't touch the floor. I was like, how did I think I looked somewhat good? So I bury them. They pop up every now and then as like a reminder to myself. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't actually do well in my first pageant. I had no idea what I was doing, but I met some incredible people and I learnt. And from there, I just feel like it's gone up and leveled up, which is what I love about the pageant community is you can meet so many incredible people and they go, girl, we've got you. We'll look after
Yeah.
you. Let's get you
Yeah.
really loving this place and becoming the best version of you. And I was like, thanks. And now here I am
Like,
10 years later.
yeah. Like literally Shakai opened with open arms, was like, welcome to the family. Welcome to
Yeah.
the family. Take a seat. You're in our family now. And I'm like, I was skeptical. I nearly dropped out the first year because I was like doing another pageant. I nearly dropped out. And I'm like, wait, there's something telling me like this is the pageant for me. Like I'm not gonna drop out. I had an amazing sponsor that year. I don't know if you've heard of the brand Alaya the label.
No, I don't think I have.
They're very high-end fashion label, and they kindly sponsored me. And I was like, I have an amazing sponsor in 2022. I'm not letting them down. I'm going to do this pageant, and it was the best decision I ever made.
Amazing. I love that. And you mentioned your platform of autism awareness. Do you want to go in a little bit more detail of that?
Yeah. So I was diagnosed with autism when I was around 13, 12 years old. It was like in grade 5 or 6. I got diagnosed, but the doctors kind of knew growing up that I kind of had it. They're just waiting for like the official diagnosis. I had a speech and a learning disability when I was 2 years old. I was very much almost fully like non-verbal until I was like a bit older. And from there, I've navigated being autistic while going through high school, life, university, and throughout those whole moments, I was basically defined by what society thought was best for me, especially in school. They kind of thought either I needed to be in a modified group or I needed to have so many challenges. And I was like, whoa, calm down. Like, let's advocate, let's, sort something out. And I never actually went for a lot of things in high school where I thought I could. And then from there, when I got older and I started having better like thoughts and a better perspective on life, I started dreaming beyond the spectrum. And I started going for things that society kind of told me I wasn't good enough at. So like things like university, I ended up with a bachelor's degree in arts and business. And I work in my dream industry now as well, which is incredible. People thought I wouldn't do it. That would be too challenging. But I absolutely love working in my field every day. And I, you know, prove society wrong that I was capable enough of achieving my dreams despite being autistic.
That's truly incredible journey. And I feel like it's something that we need to have more of is their society puts a lot of limits on people on what they can and can't do in different ways.
Yeah.
I was told as a child I would never be able to lift any heavy weights because I'm actually dislocated in both my arms. I only have one bone attached from my wrist down to my elbow.
Oh my.
But as I got
Yeah.
older, I now can deadlift over 100 kilos. I can squat over 100 kilos. And that's something I was told I was never going to be able to do. But I was like, I'm determined to prove you wrong because the gym become a happy place for me
Yes.
and I want to be able to lift weights. So I do it safely. I listen to my coach and I did exactly what the doctors told me I would never do. So I was like, thanks, bye. And
Yeah.
that's, I feel like doctors and specialists, they do know so much, but we know what I feel like we know our bodies and what we're capable of that little bit better. As long as we're doing it safely and we are taking that support we need,
Yeah.
we can achieve what we want. Which brings us to why we actually end up communicating and connecting is success at any age. I started because I wanted to show people that society doesn't limit you to when you should be, sorry, where you should be and when. And we
Yeah.
spoke about your job,
Yeah.
and now you say you're in your dream job, you are in that thing, but it hasn't always been like that, if I remember. Could you
No,
tell us that story? Because you were in your old industry for quite a while and you decided to take the jump, if I remember.
yeah, so it started out, I was in high school, I was year 11, and actually, we'll start from year 10. I thought I was going to be a professional, like, pastry chef, like Buddy Falesto from Cake Boss.
Love that show.
And when I kind of like, this kind of like relates back to my neurodiverse kind of struggles where the school and my parents thought VCAL was the better option and a trade kind of job was the better option for me. I know they were looking out, and quite frankly at the time I was pretty good at it, like cooking and stuff, but I thought it was for me, but it wasn't, and I kind of got stuck in a moment. And this is hard because I felt like the only person that was going through this. I probably was, and I wanted a career change. And when we have this thing in Melbourne called was called VCAL, which is like the Victorian Certificate of Applied Learning, and basically you do a 2 year vet program where you learn a trade or you learn like media or cooking skills or something like that. So you have a certificate to get into any job after high school. And I started out with a cooking like certificate, a baking certificate, and I got like maybe 1 month in, and I realized I hated wearing like the chef uniform. Like it was not for me. I didn't like how I had to wait around. I couldn't eat the food, and I was like, this is not for me. Like, and I cried, and I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, this isn't for me. I don't want to be a pastry chef anymore. She's like, no, 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 you're doing it. No, you're sticking to it. And I'm like, no, this isn't for me, unfortunately. Like, but I had to stick it out for the year, and my mental health kept getting down and down because I'm like, I don't like this. Like, I love cooking, but in my own time. And
Yeah.
it got to the point I had to tell one of my school teachers, and I'm like, hey, like, I need to change vet courses. Like, this isn't for me, and I'm not enjoying it. And I don't see myself working in a bakery. And she's like, we can see what we can do. The whole school had to get involved because this is like a first time for them. And we
Wow.
were very lucky we were able to change it. And I ended up doing a cert free in business administration. But it was quite a scary thing because no one had really ever changed vet subjects. They usually stick it out for the full 2 years, where for me, I'm like, I'm just going to do the half subject and hope for the best. And yeah, from there, I went and did a certificate free in business administration. And we also did an apprenticeship. So I actually did it in a construction project in here in Victoria, which was really cool. It was really good apprenticeship, and I thought maybe, oh, I'll work in construction industry. Maybe this is for me. It wasn't. It still wasn't the one for me, and I held it out a little bit too long. I should have probably thought about my career earlier. I got through the lockdowns. I would say this is end of 2020, and I'm deciding what I want to do. So I did a cert free in business and a diploma of business. And from my diploma, I kind of had to decide what I was going to do. And I knew I wanted to do my bachelor's studies, and I knew kind of like what field. I was like, oh, I'll do it in something in business. But from there, we kind of decided the sports industry. Like, I was watching Formula One, and I realized I'm never going to be a race car driver, that's for sure. But what about I work in like Formula One or something like that? And, I get to travel the world, but I'm also working, and I can do events or partnerships or something like that. So I decided to set out on a journey, dream beyond the spectrum, because it was a big challenge, a big move, and go work, go study a Bachelor of Arts, and I majored in sports management and screen media and performance.
And
And then,
that brings.
yeah, that brings me to my current job in the sports industry, which is very exciting. It took a very long time to get there, about 3 years of just hard work and really believing that I was capable enough as well. At the start, I was on and off with what I wanted to do, and that's why I have a very unique degree, which is screen media performance arts, which ended up being any random elective in the humanities sector and then the business sports management, which I loved. When I got to year 3, we're doing placements. That's when I figured this is for me. Like, this is it. Like, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life, because I was getting unpaid placement, but I loved all like 200 hours, like every single moment. I just
Oh,
loved. And
That's
even though I
a
wasn't
lot of
getting
unpaid hour placement, but fair play.
over the year, yeah, we had to do like placement. I think there was a reason behind it because of like it was like government something. I'm not too sure, but I enjoyed every single moment of it.
Amazing. And that's an incredible journey. And I feel like it's a good reminder to people that it doesn't matter how old you are, you can reevaluate where you want to be going. If you're doing a job that maybe you wanted to do when you were 15,
Yeah,
16, as you get older, it's okay to want to change. It's okay to find something else that you love, because when we're younger, I feel like we fantasize a lot about what something is. And when we get to the age that we get to do that job, it doesn't meet that fantasy expectations that we have built up for years and years and years. And then when we're older, we have a bit more of a
yeah,
realistic idea of the world, and we actually know what a job entails, and that's where we can start finding ourselves. I've been doing that. I'm 28 this year, and I've been bouncing around in jobs trying to find that one that really brings me that joy. But I have been compared to a dog before. I have a very I have to be stimulated a lot at a job. If I go to a job that is the same repetition every
yes,
single day, I clock out, my brain stops working, and I'm asleep. I have to be very much stimulated and do something different every day to be able to enjoy a job. So, and that's a hard job to find, because every time you go into an interview, I feel interviewers say, yes, it's something fresh and new every day, but it's not. It's the same thing, just maybe not the same person. I'm like, nope, not for me. Thank you, though. Wow, what an incredible journey. And I'm so proud that you did believe beyond the spectrum and you now get to be part of your dream job.
yeah.
Which, how have you found pageantry has helped with that? Do you feel that you've learned any life skills that you've been able to take into the real world?
It definitely helped me with my confidence and just believing in myself. And it was like, I think after maybe like my first year at Galaxy, I ended up being like, oh, like this is a possibility. Like I can do this. No one's going to stop me from, achieving my dreams. And like it was just something where the pageants really helped me with those interview skills. And actually it kind of replied both and both, because even when at my final year we're practicing job interview skills, and turns out I used some of it in my pageant interview and I got some really good marks from it. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll tell my teacher that. And she was like, oh, that is so interesting. I'm like, yeah, it is. And it kind of just helped a lot with like finding good appearances. We had to do a lot of volunteer work in the sports industry as well in order to build up the resume. So I ended up finding a lot of like really good appearance moments just from university as well. So that like they kind of all played both and both, which was really cool. And also like just good like structured speaking and just being able to really be a bit like allow like a confident version of yourself. When I was like in my construction job, I kind of started out very shy and I was like very quiet, and now like I talk all the time and I'm just running around like a crazy person, but I'm not.
I love that. And if you don't mind, did I hear a little dog in the background there?
Yes, my dog has just come back from her walk. So yes, apologies for the.
No, we love dogs here. What type of dog do you have?
I have an English Staffy.
Oh, gorgeous little one.
Yeah.
I miss my one. Mine's currently 400 miles away from me, so I
Oh,
can't wait to get back to him soon. But
I
do
just leaving the dog every day from work. I'm like, I'll be back. It's okay. I'll be.
do they want to make a special appearance, because they can be like the star of the show?
Oh, it's all good. She's camera shy,
Oh,
so she doesn't.
oh,
I tried. Making her a little dog model. Nah, doesn't like.
oh, bless. Damn. I'm a huge dog lover. I thought I was going to get a nice little treat and see a new doggy today, but
Oh,
no worries. I wish her all the best. Hope she's had a lovely little. I feel like she just come back from a walk. Did you say?
outside.
Amazing. Well, with Galaxy Australia being 2 weeks away, what are you most looking forward to?
I'm definitely looking forward to like just being back in pageant land. This comes around once a year and I just can't wait. I'm literally getting fidgety. I'm like, I just want to be at the airport. I'm counting down the days till I get back on a plane. Is it 18, like 18 or 17 days away, which I probably just scared half the Galaxy girls away. Being like, oh, that's so soon. Counting down at work. because like I'm just so excited to finally be back in pageant land, back on holiday mode, even though it's not a holiday. Just, I can just do something that I look forward to every single year.
Amazing. And what's your favourite part of the competition? What's going
Oh,
to set you up high and like just get me on that stage or get me in that interview?
that's a tough one. I can't decide, but I do love like yesterday we had a Di Lorenzo workshop where actually they're one of our sponsors. They provide really great hair care. They're all made in Australia. They're vegan, cruelty free, everything. Like it's amazing. And I'd probably have to say now, probably the workshop, the Di Lorenzo workshop, because they literally have the best, like some of the best hair care products. They saved my hair back in like 2023. Literally, I had like the worst dandruff, and their shampoo saved my hair. So I would say the Di Lorenzo workshop and probably evening gown wear competition. I have a beautiful evening gown that was sent down from the pageant gods above. Literally, I asked for a sign and I got a sign, and I'm super excited to wear it on stage for crowning night.
That's amazing. And I did hear this. I feel at Australia Galaxy, you have like a day of like hair workshops, makeup
Yeah.
workshops, and everything. This is new to me. This is not a common occurrence here in the UK. We don't have we have workshop days, but it's mostly like a bit of practice or
Yeah.
like little hints and tricks. We don't have like a full masterclass of anything before the finals. So this, can you explain like more what
Yeah.
that day will entail? Because I'm fascinated.
Yeah. So for like one of the days, we start off for my schedule. We start off with a Di Lorenzo workshop. It's all about hair care, styling our hair during the week. Learning about the right products to volumize your hair, what to do if you've got finer hair, what to do if you got thicker hair, that type of stuff. Then we go into like the Galaxy Girl photo shoot. So we get pictures taken in like our Galaxy Girl tops, and we just have really fun pictures that we can use on our social media to showcase that we're one big happy family, which we are. And then we go into makeup workshops with our sponsor, Color Makeup Artist. So this is the first time actually we're having makeup during the week where we're going to learn about how to do good makeup, which is beneficial for everyone. And then we end the day with a well-being workshop and our annual eco fashion runway show and after party where we all our finalists create an outfit that is sustainable for the planet, and we get to do a runway competition and then dance the night away until our feet are hurting and Shakai kicks us out because it's like 10 o'clock.
Love that. And if there's any UK directors listening, can we have that, please? Because the amount of people that go want a masterclass, but we're like, it's just how do we do a masterclass? If we could have it like at a pageant, I'm sure so many people would be booking on or be there, and it just finds so many helpful tips for us because hair and makeup's not my forte. I will always pay someone to do it because
Yeah.
I just can't do stage makeup or hair. It would just be flat and boring and like melting off in the first 5 minutes. Appearances, that's fine. I still look good. I'm happy, but it's not that wow like stick on my face doesn't leave for hours makeup. But if I had a pageant that did a masterclass, I think I would just be in love and never leave. Like that
Yeah.
would be the one way to secure me as a finalist for the rest of my life. I would purposely not want to win just so I could go to this masterclass every year.
You'll just have to come back secretly. Even if you've won, you'll be like, knock, knock. Oh,
No,
hi. Sorry.
yeah,
Just
I feel like there's more I can learn. Please let me stay and learn, please. Maybe I should just hop on a plane and come to Australia Galaxy and just sneak into yours for the day. Just like, hi,
maybe.
I'm definitely a Galaxy finalist. Hi. I know
Yeah.
loads of you, so I feel like I would be able to just like, as long as you will be my alibi. Yeah, no, she's one of us. It's fine.
Come on, come in.
Amazing. Well, we are coming up to nearly half an hour together,
Yeah.
and I thought it'd be a nice way to round out. What is something that you would want either your younger self to know if she could see you now?
I always tell her to just go for it because I held back as a young teenager and as a young kid. I didn't go for what I knew I was possible. I didn't go for things like the lead in a production or leadership in year 9, and I knew I was very capable, and I just held back because I thought society wouldn't accept me. So if I was saying anything to that younger girl, I would tell her to go for it and to not hold back. And then, yeah, if you embarrass yourself in high school, it's okay. Like, yeah, you're gonna laugh about it, but it's okay. Like, it's not the end of the world.
It may be embarrassing then, but in 10 years it won't matter.
It's still pretty embarrassing to this day. I
Oh,
was
you know,
pretty.
it's never not going to be embarrassing, but it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
I still get nightmares from things in when I was in, we call it secondary, but high school for you.
Oh no, our one, secondary college as well. So it just depends on the school. So
Oh, okay.
secondary college.
So
Yeah.
how old? Okay, now we're going to slightly delay this because I did this with Danny when we were going through time zones. What does your schooling system look like for it? Because what's like the ages in the breakdown?
Yeah, so we've got primary school. That's from prep, so foundation. I think that's like 6 years old,
Okay.
and up to about 12, 13, and no, 12 years old, and that's grade six.
Yeah.
And either stay at the same school, and that's like a prep to year 12 school, or this is for Melbourne, this could be different for other
Yeah.
states. Then you go to high school after year six. So you go to high school, you're in year seven. So you'll be 13 years old in year seven. And then you go to year 12, which you'll be turning 18 unless you're an early child or a late child, where you could either be bumped up a year level, or like you start school earlier but you're like younger, or you start school later but you're older, or
Yeah.
something like that. And then, yeah, you'll be about 18 when you finish year 12. And then, yeah, you go into like, if you want to do further study, you go into like your diplomas, which are about a year or two long, or your certs, which are about certificates are about a year long. And then you go into a bachelor's degree, which is about 3 to 5 years long. And then you can go from there to like master's, doctorate, or PhD.
Oh, so you're not too far away from how our systems broke
No,
down. We just call it a
you
few very
finish.
different things.
Yeah, because you got A levels, and I think you finish 17-ish.
So yeah, so you've got your primary school, which is about 5, 6 years old, which is your reception. Is that right?
Yeah.
Maybe might be 4. It's either 4, 5, or 6. I know it's around there. You go from
Mm.
reception up to year 6, which
Mm.
is 11 years old, and then we start year 7 at 11 years old, and then we go to year 11, which you're about 16, and
Yeah.
then you either go to sixth form or college. They're the same
Ah.
thing. You either just sixth forms are usually you stay in one school from 7 to sixth form, or you leave at
Yeah.
year 11 and go to college, but you learn your A levels, your B Techs,
Ah.
and things like that, and then you head to university to do your masters, bachelors, all the very
Yeah.
high
Yeah.
end learning, which can't relate. Not something I did. So
I got
I can't tell you what long courses are. I have no experience. My brother's just gone back, and he's in his 30s, so I'll get the
oh,
information from him when he's finished.
yeah. I got to the bachelor's, and then at the end, I'm like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. I've done my time. I'm ready to work.
Yeah. I are you I don't know if you are you someone like me who I can't sit in a classroom and learn. It I can't just sit there, focus and be chatted at for hours and hours and just
No.
write notes. I have to be doing something. So I learned more in a job than I did in school.
Yeah, I'm very similar. I get very easily distracted by the sounds around me, part of being autistic. Like, I know everyone has similar issue where if you hear a bird come, like you hear the bird, but my mind will focus on that bird and stay focused for a very long time. And it is like I'll hear someone talking behind me, but I'll be looking at the teacher, and it's like very overwhelming. But I did get through it. We do have like, you have like your lecturers and then your like practical like classes. So then there was like group work, which kind of like turned it around. Or like in university, sometimes you just left early, and then you just ate away in the lunch area, and you're just like eating M&Ms, like I'm trying to get my work done, but I'm not getting my work done.
Yeah.
And then I think the best part was definitely like our placement subject, which was the one where it was all hands on. And yeah, but I also had like drama. So my degree, did a lot of drama subjects. So I knew when I was in year 11 and 12, I didn't get to study a lot of the subjects I loved, like arts and drama. And I did business, which I did like, but any of the other ones I didn't do. So in university, we ended up making my degree so I could study the fun subjects I missed out on. So I did 3 years of drama, which I loved. It was a bit difficult, but I loved. I did a lot of classes on media and stuff, which has helped me so much in my job now, because like, and pageants as well, because like you have to be on your social media game. And well, I've won the social media award twice, so I really stepped up my social media game. And
We're
then
using our degrees for something. That is the
yes,
key.
yes. And then I did a class. I accidentally signed up for an archaeology class in an elective. And
Just random. Just
just
archaeology.
well, the problem was I had a business subject which was about sustainability, and I did really well, and I actually got nominated for student representative from that subject. I was like, whoa, I must be really good. So I thought this subject was called sustainability, past, present, and the future resilience in like something. I didn't read the full thing because I was just like, I need a subject, I need to do my 4 units. And I got to the class, and it turns out it was archaeology, and it was a awesome class, don't get me wrong. I loved every single minute of it, but it was way too hard for me, and I just passed. It was a good subject.
We learn to read the fine prints. That's the key lesson from that. Brief glances don't work. Let's read the fine print, because you'll end up doing something you had no idea.
Yeah, and because it was elective, like anyone, as long as you had like 30 credits, you could sign up for it. But being me and being stressed, I quickly signed up without reading the full class summary, and well, I studied archaeology.
I love that, and honestly, I am in awe of what of a journey you've been from secondary, finding your job, even through college, and those little crazy moments of, I can't believe I did that. I definitely have learned a few things from that, and it's honestly inspiring. And then it brings you all here as a incredible pageant girl. And one lesson I've learned is you can use your actual degrees. So many times I've heard people say, yeah, I did a degree in such and such, but I'm actually now working in the opposite field, having nothing to do with my degree. And I'm like, okay, are you using any part of it? No. So the fact that there is someone who is using their degree and has used it in pageantry, the social media side of it as well, is incredible. So congratulations. And
I'm paying it off somehow.
Yes, girl maths it. Every time I
Yes.
win an award, that's X amount of money. All the money I spent on the run up gets taken off my degree loan. That's how you girl maths it. So it's worth it.
Yeah.
Because I know pageants can get a little bit expensive, and I know student loans and debts are expensive. You can cancel each other out.
We never talk about that.
No,
That's a problem.
I dread to think how long my brother will be paying his off, and I'm like, yeah, I think I'm good over here. I'll stay out of mine. I'll keep my mortgage, which that's a big enough debt I'm in. That'll be fine for me.
Student loan now, it's just adding up, and don't tell me.
Oh, we'll change the subject. No reminders of that student loan. Well, I will leave you to the rest of your evening. I wish you all the best for a few weeks' time at Galaxy Finals, and hopefully the next few weeks go swimmingly, everything goes right, and you just get to pack up and get on that plane ready for an incredible weekend.
Thank you for having me. I've had so much fun.
No, thank you for coming on, and I wish you a good night.
Yes. Good. Well, good. Yes. Good night to you too. Good night.
Bye.